Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching. Yo, guess there's no dogs in the picture. But you guys, this is donation night here. Seems like everybody forgot. Yeah, so the first hour of the show, the freaks help support the channel. The normal goal, I'll try to get to like 1,000, you know. And then I'll be donating, I'm trying to donate for the month 4,500 or so, alright? We've already done 1,500, so I'm hoping to get to be able to do like 3,000 more, but that kind of just depends on how this hour goes. But the freaks out there, like Eugenie right there, help support the channel, and Wiki76 for the first hour, and then we send money off to various charities. I'm likely going to be sending another 2,000 into Identifinders International again. We're actually, some of the cases that we did they're kind of just dead in the water. Like there was a black person that was burnt in a fire. So first of all, it's hard to identify black people on Identifinders in genealogy because there isn't a large representation in there. And then secondly, they couldn't get any DNA out of it. So that was like, shit, you know. But, you know, you can do genealogy, it's just difficult. But now they couldn't get DNA because it was so badly degraded. So that's an unfortunate one. Thanks, Eugenie, and Jolie, and Wiki76, and Alley Cake, as in I'll eat cake. Thank you. And man, I tell you guys, the craziness is... Remember the YouTuber who said that the flashlight video was satellite? They tried to convince everybody it was satellite footage. And then all of a sudden an image popped up they got from the actual location, and they didn't know what to do with it. So because they missed out on what to do with it, they came up with a new video that's insane. It's literally false. Here, I'll put it on the screen there. There we go. Thanks, Alec Cake, Lori Fisher. And also, on this channel, the income helps support my channel, but it also, I give away a ton of it. And we did for those of you who are new, we did a scholarship this year where we gave 2 individuals they won each a $3,000 a piece, a scholarship, which is $6,000 total, and that comes from these types of shows, and everybody supporting the channel throughout every day. It's kind of how it works. Fisher.
Donation night. Ocean wave. Ocean
Well, we
wave,
seem to have just already crashed. Come on, everybody. This is what we do once a month on the last day of the month. Hey, there's Linda Howe, as in Linda Molden Howe of the Cattle Mutilations and Crop Circles. Awesome. And there it is. Look at that. It's Crystal, a.k.a. Beaver Gaming Sub Crystal. The longest name in YouTube history. That's right. It's the end of the month push, the last night. Had some slow nights building up to this. You know, kind of limped in at the end of the month, so hopefully we can have a decent final night here. Ding 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 ding. And also, I tried to get a hold of Amber Maiden. I think she's like, the mom hasn't heard yet, so I don't know. And by the way, I always thought that was her name, but that isn't her name.
GHI is the best.
You know, so when I called the hospital, they didn't know who the hell I was talking about. I didn't think it was her last name, but I figured. My favorite night of the month. Let's go free. Thank you. Is this where? I think it was right there, wasn't it? Now that I look at that. Yeah, it was right there. Oh, Jesus. That is the spot. That's exactly where that photograph was taken. I just found it. I just was looking down there and I go, oh, that makes sense. Just visually from the air. That's crazy. Yeah, that's the other side, though. Isn't that wild? Right there. Yeah, he was standing right next to one of these pillars here. So that's where that image was taken. You know, it's kind of weird. Nobody's debunked that quite yet. Have you heard anybody? No, I hope your surgery went. Oh, you can't see it. Right here, look. I mean, that's exactly the spot. Those rocks, you know. Pretty funny. What do you think they'll say if it is him? Regarding all the crap they've been saying out there. Who knows, right? What excuse will it be? Yeah, I mean, it does look like him, for sure. All right, you guys, if you're out there, gonna need to get some support, more support. We only got an hour to do this, and we usually don't struggle with it. So hopefully, you guys can get to the goal tonight. Yeah, it does look quite a bit like him, you know, structurally, everything, you know. But a lot of kids that age kind of have that gawky kind of that look, you know, where you're skinny arms and, you know, but then you got the glasses, the hair. Man, we've already fizzled out on here. Hey, thanks, Lillian. Thanks, Olivia. I mean, I really hope it's him, you know. That way family gets answers and all these idiots can shut the hell up, you know. Gosh, see what I'm saying, Gray? You're always so mean. Alright, here's the image right here. Yeah, you remember this part here. So, yeah, I hate when you open up. Right there, look. So you can see he's standing by one of those, probably the outer one, probably even just right there. This is October, and you know, even in October there isn't really a lot of leaves on here, you know, and that's the fall, but I mean, you know, you'd think in November is really when things fall off. So I'd say that's a pretty good comparison. See, this is October, which is pretty similar to April or almost May. This is donation night, everybody. This is what we do for the first hour here. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. And thanks, Plato, out there. Thank you, Julie S. All right. And him, they would call out his name. I don't know. Maybe they just took a picture and they weren't sure and they just kind of were like, whoa, and they looked at it later. Everyone just, I don't know, man. Just, all I know is that that the reporter who said it was a AI is, that, I don't know, man. I don't trust that guy at all. Sorry. I think he's put out 2 things now on his own without trying to verify anything that are totally bogus for sensationalistic reasons, much like the YouTuber that put out that they're... Okay, so put a 1 if you've seen the video out there in the Sebastian Rogers case where they claim it's a fight in the lights. The same exact surveillance lights that had the flashlight. Tell me if you've seen that one. And when you watch it, were you like, wow, this is legit. Okay, this is legit. All right? Did you feel like it was true? I mean, put a 1 if you thought when you're watching it, boy, you know, this is really compelling stuff. Hey, thank you, Michelle H. Candley Woodward Stone. Julie S. up there. And then NG, Pancakes, Viv Photography. All right. About a quarter, as you can see on up there, 27%. Thank you, Simply Me. Notorious Nance. All right. So all the rest of you, I mean, I'm just telling you, you guys, that video has like 40,000 views. I guess it's whatever it takes, you know? Whatever it takes to get views, you just do. Man, where is the morals and ethics out there? Unbelievable. Man, I should have put that on here. Sebastian Rogers found safe. And please help support the channel tonight. You know, maybe I could have done something like that. Maybe I would have got a lot more people in here. I mean, it is so embarrassing. When you're using footage like that and you brighten it up or do whatever you're doing, it changes the pixels. So all you're seeing is, then you zoom in on this little tiny spot that has probably 50 pixels in it total, maybe 20. And pixels move around, especially when the camera was being held by somebody. It's moving around. Those aren't people. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything. And let me ask you this. What are the odds that there's this camera out there that apparently had these flashlights on it that didn't turn out to be flashlights, that Nick Burris should have been able to, definitely debunk his own work. He didn't do it, though, because it was helping him. So he didn't do that. So what are the odds, though, that in that same video, because it's the only thing out there. Ooh, look what I found. A fight going on right in front of a light. God. Oh, shit. A tiny, tiny light in the background. Hey, thank you so much, Susan Pritchard. That's right, everybody, keep it up. We're now at 33% in the first, I guess we could say, 18 minutes. Is that good? Man, that's cutting it close, you guys. That means we might squeeze in if we keep up the same pace in the hour. Thank you. Yeah. Look at you. What you're going to get on this channel, even if you don't like me, is no nonsense, factual information. And it sucks because I could do so much better if I did the same stuff they did. And you know why? Because I could sell it to you better. I mean, I really could. I could pretend all these different things. I mean, listen. You should listen to how this person sounds. Now, I want you to focus in on the darkness, not the light. Look at the darkness. You can see people punching. And you know what she did? You guys, listen to this. She suggested that the punching going on was Chris Proudfoot. I mean, not only is the video itself absurd, oh God, unreal. Unreal. Thank you, Kim Clark, 34%. and she gets away with it. It's just, oh. I think that is the most frustrating thing, is the people who do things, never mind, forget it. I'm not going to. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but they won't. You know what they'll do, Zozo? I'll bet you $1,000 if that turns out that it's him, they'll still say, well, we were right. That's why he ran away. Okay? That bastard. Yeah, they're not going to admit that all you psychos that were saying, I'm not even saying this is him, but if it turns out that they find Sebastian and he's doing fine out there, all the psychos that were saying that they're murderers, oh God, Jesus. And she's doing it again. By the way, the same YouTuber that is putting out the fight video in the shots, she's the one that accused Shane in the Heidi Broussard case, virtually calling him a killer over and over and over again. And then miraculously, somebody called in that knew somebody and said, hey, a friend said that this other girl bought this pregnancy thing. And they went, oh my God. And then the whole thing changed on a dime. And she got like this national credit for exposing the truth of a case when she wasn't doing that at all. She completely accused an innocent person for weeks, or days and days, however long that shit was. Oh my God, you guys, this is just it's the same absurdity over and over. Somebody did show me. I was watching. I saw the video of Chris Watts again today, where when they show him the surveillance footage. Oh man, that guy. If there was ever a video that somebody looked guilty in, that was the one. I mean, he's looking around. Jesus. I think he almost passed out, like right in front of the cop. Yeah, you probably are. 3S5K. Wouldn't be shocking. Thank you, Matt, as a cat snake. All right, you guys, we're only at 34%. So if you're out there and you're one of the freaks, please help support the channel. This is our month end, the last night. We do one last night push to try to make up for some of the crappy nights. And then after that, I'll be sending a portion of the channel's income out, which is usually a large portion, to various charities. And that allows us to do the great stuff that we do with the DNA work that we pay for, and the scholarships and money we send to Texas EquiSearch, RAIN, et cetera, et cetera. Goes on and on. But it only happens if you guys are helping out. Yeah, cool. You're a nut job. You need work. Yeah, those Nefarious shirts are pretty cool. Especially the tumbler. I think the tumbler is particularly cool. I don't even know if it's available for sale. Man, where is everybody? They always seem to disappear on this night. Strange. Alright, so I'm going to read the scholarship winners' essays here. Thanks, Melissa Teal. We're at 35% now. Thank you, Kit. So their names aren't in here, but well, I'll say the first name. The first guy is Andrew here. I think this is one that Zozo picked, I think. Right? Is that right? And they read through 500 of these things. There's some typos and so forth in Leona's, but thank you, Kit, and She Sells Seashells, and FarQ, and Wiki76. We're now at 40%. 40%. And if you're out there and you want to send PayPal, that'd be great too. We only have like 1 or 2 in there. We usually get 20 something. So who knows? Maybe tonight's just different. Okay, up here it says, when it comes to criminal justice, I have a relatively unique background, although it mainly pertains to law enforcement. I believe that it helped to spark an interest in me, and that interest is to help others who have experienced the sort of trauma that I have. I came to the determination that criminal justice would be my avenue, and here's why. When I was 12, 2018, my 14-year-old brother Jack committed suicide in the room next to me. I was asleep and only awoke to the commotion of law enforcement and medical personnel rushing through the house, screaming and yelling. As you can imagine, this could not have been scarier for a 12-year-old. Unknown to me at the time, this was the last time I would ever see my brother alive. At 14 years old, he had somehow deemed himself damaged enough to shoot himself and take his own life. The law enforcement on scene was visibly upset, and with such unbelievable news, I was practically incapable of feeling this way. Hey, thanks, Lane Dune. However, I was able to question, as a 12-year-old does, to an endless extent. Law enforcement, on the other hand, simply didn't have the capability to provide these answers, and I didn't blame them. To this day, we have not figured out why my brother chose to kill himself. It was during this challenging time that I thought about my future and what I could do with the rest of my life. I was forever scared of images that my brain had conjured up of my brother and his condition. Yeah, I totally get that. And for a while, I truly struggled to see past this. It was then that I realized what my purpose was. In some way, shape, or form, through criminology, I was going to provide answers for families that so desperately needed them as I did. I could help to provide closure and a conclusion for what they may have experienced in both violent crime and suicide. This was my purpose. Following this realization, I instantly dove into true crime in every avenue and media, whatever it was, podcasts like Crime Junkie or TV shows. It would have really helped if they'd said, like, Grant Hughes Investigates. I'm just kidding. Or TV shows like NCIS, CSI, and Criminal Minds. I yearn to understand the human mind. It definitely helps that my mom has been a lawyer for nearly 30 years. She even spent time as a prosecutor in sex crimes in both Hendricks and Marion County. I greatly respected her, all the work that she has done. My overall interest in the subject drastically grew, and to this day I am driven to accomplish my goals of having a career in this field. My high school even offered a forensic class, and I absolutely loved it. In summary, the suicide of my brother damaged me more than you know, but it also brought me to a career field that allowed me to give others answers for similar traumas. I am so glad that I've been offered the opportunity to help others like me and to provide justice and answers for those in need. Well, there you go. There's one. And you guys, I was just reading, and we absolutely died again in the chat. We've only got another, 30-something minutes, and we're not even close, you guys. We're at 40% of the goal, and we easily get to this goal during this night. So is there a difference this month compared to last month? All right. You guys are the reason we get to do all these different things. All right. So, anyways, that was a Zozo's pick there. Yep. Yeah, it was great. There. Thank you, Gavel Geeks. Here, we found a dozen things wrong with that video first pass. Ready to watch what? Well, I don't know if it's any better. I'm just going to make my own video. I mean, it's just garbage. I mean, you don't have there almost can't even be 12 different things. It's just a piece of crap. It's like you're zooming in on lights and claiming that they're moving around when the camera itself that was filming it was moving around, and you're zooming in on pixels that mean absolutely nothing. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen, and it's embarrassing that that stuff's allowed, but yet it is. Thanks, Gavel Geeks. I'll probably do like a video or something. Just I don't know how to explain. I mean, you could kind of replicate other things, but man, the fact that there's people out there. Great, did you see the video where somebody's attacking somebody? Man, unbelievable. Thank you, Quentin Huggins. But yeah, there's so many things wrong with it, but it's like it gets too complicated if you say too many things. I mean, I would just look at it and go, oh, God, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the crap they did in the Kanika Jenkins case, the Delphi case, every case. It's just over and over and over. All right, guys, we're currently at 45.8% with 29 minutes to go. Right. The whole thing is moving, and all it's doing is shifting around the pixels on the screen. Like there's nothing unique about it. There's nothing intriguing, anything. But yet there's all these people in the comments, whoa! And they actually think it's Chris Proudfoot like beating up, I think, Sebastian or something. I mean, what in God's name is going on here, you guys? Yep, clicks and views, that's how it works. Well, if we get to the goal, I'll go over the percentage that I normally give and go to 4,500. But if we're not getting there, then I can't do it. All right. So basically, if right now we're at 4,000 total for the month, if we get another 500 in there for the night, I'll make it 4,500. All right. That's how it'll be. They think that the sighting is Sebastian, but the Chris has him hidden and now he's going to be pissed because the person, that must be a different person. Yeah, somebody else must have taken the same video. And, well, you can do a PayPal 3S5K. Because, yeah, the merchandise doesn't do it. It hardly does anything at this point. The percentage on there is like nothing. Yeah, nothing works on it. Like, she said that, oh, I think the lights are on top of the garage. Really? So then there's these 9-foot Sasquatches wrestling below it? Yeah, well, I don't know what house she's claiming, but the house that those lights are coming from are up, you know, they're up on a hill across the street from the Proudfoots. All right, guys, so what's going on? Why are we having this massive delay here on our big night of the month that we have? What's going on? And thank you, Paulette. Thank you, Char English Rose. We're currently now at 46%. I don't know. I mean, I think she literally does that intentionally to trick people. Like a hocus pocus magician. All right, I'll read the other scholarship winner now. This one is one that Plato chose here. It says, I am a Native American in the Colville Confederate Tribes who lives on a small reservation with a population of less than 500 people, with one gas station, 2 bars, a weed store, and a small K through 12 school not even a mile away from those stores selling addictive substances. When I gain my degree in criminal justice, I will return to my small town as a cop in order to help keep the drug and alcohol problems to stop from spreading. My goal is to one day work my way to a high-honored detective under the degree I choose by serving my reservation to help move its way back to good instead of harmful. As I drive to different cities and places for the things I might need, I tend to notice, I mean, there's typos and so forth and grammar issues in here, but I tend to notice the difference of care the earth is given compared to on my res. Because of drugs and alcohol, many have stopped caring to respect what we have been given by God, so there is beer cans, a garbage in every ditch on every corner of our town. It is sad and disgusting. But as I drive to other places, it never looks that way. There isn't beat up cars crashed into trees that stay there for months. There isn't beer and drug tools lying in ditches. There's not abandoned dogs running around getting in garbages. There's not house parties in the middle of the day. The reservation used to protect the land from the, quote, whiteys is now corrupted and less beautiful than the land across our river is that across our river that is now owned by, quote, the whiteys. I'm not saying all natives in my reservation are bad, nor are other races by any means, but from what I have seen from my own perspective in my home, a lot are in need of guidance and discipline in order to make our land the way it was intended to us as Native Americans to protect and to maintain its beauty. I intend to become a woman of the law to help save our land and our reputation that it once was. We are beautiful. We should not look so ugly from the outside, and I believe I can help once graduated from the college I choose with the help of scholarships to succeed in my future plans. As future generations come up, it will soon be my duty to lean them towards a better life that does not always have to involve such harmful substances that are so easy to get inside my small community. That is what I plan to do with my degree in order to help whoever needs it. Well, there you go. That was one that Plato picked. Well, she put, I don't like the term either, but she put quotes, or, she wasn't saying that. That's what people on the res called them. That's why she put quotes around it, She just, I don't like the, the use of the term, I mean, who would, but that's her. Hey, thanks, Brooklyn. Okay, we're at 49.5 with only a mere 16 minutes to go. That's not good. Thanks, Oddball. Yeah, it's amazing how you get so few less people watching on our most important night of the month. It's like they just go, okay, yeah, that's great, yeah. Let me come another time. Thanks, Oddball and FarQ. When creators are, or whoever goes as far as that creator did, there should be some kind of retribution against. Yeah, no, it's just bizarre, you guys. Why don't you guys let them know? I don't know how to do it, but man, you shouldn't be subscribed to just absolute garbage like that. It's embarrassing, and it's a shame for the entire community. And she does it on purpose every time. It's always like, how can I get a lot of views? Yeah. It's just, I think it's disgusting, and I think it's even worse that that people don't say to their face, this is garbage, and it is just by the pure fact of looking at it, and you think that somehow that randomly at 3:30 in the morning caught a fight up on a hill with just give me a break. I'm not going to say the name. Thank you, Simply Me. All right, 51.3. Don't worry about it. It's the YouTuber who made a video on a fight. It's like a fight video in surveillance. It's the same video with the quote flashlights that never existed. All right. Yeah. I don't know. Could be anything. The real sunflower. Could be anything. Thank you, Kathy Freidenmaker. And thanks, Marine Co. on PayPal there. Yeah, even slow on there tonight. I guess it's just is what it is, It needs to be sued. Yeah, she's just, you guys, I don't know. People don't like when I talk about other creators and all this stuff, that I should just be, hey, everybody's different. Whatever you like, it's great. But I don't feel like that's in my DNA. I feel like when there's stuff like this, you got to say stuff, Doesn't work. Hey, thank you very much, my little cutie. 55%, you guys. We're moving up. Yep. You like it? No, but a lot of people they don't like it and I don't sit there and always talk about them, but when I see stuff that is just egregious and it's purely for the views, like the clown in the Idaho 4 case, nothing he ever discussed was true. Nothing. Zero of anything, not one video, not one stream that he ever did, had any basis of in fact whatsoever. It was all bull crap. And yet, everybody's sitting there. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, this is so... It's not just super bunk, it's completely bogus. Okay? And like the problem is, if I say the name, people go what? They go over and go, ooh, ooh, yeah, and they'll get subs out of it. So I don't want to say it, you know, because despite what you guys say, you'll go watch and you'll hit the sub just to watch garbage, you know. And it's the same thing as if they had a great sub, because you'll go through the ads and you know, so you can forget it. But you guys were only at 55% with 16 minutes to go. I guess this month we don't have some of the normal people they're not here tonight, I guess. You'd be embarrassed to click on something that stupid. Well, you wouldn't know it until you clicked on it though, right? Because you would trust that somebody making videos would be telling you the truth. Well, the photo, we don't know about the photo. It was taken right here, though. Right at this, you know, standing next to this post on the other, right next to it there. Hey, thank you so much, Shauna K. Now that makes a difference, a bigger difference. Look at that. You know, you get about 20 people with the other amounts, and you get there too. Doesn't really matter, but look at that, up to 65%. Just like that from Shauna K. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And my wife's home, and she went right to bed. She's so tired. She looked so cute though when I saw her. I was like, ah, look at that. You know, yeah, it was funny. So the plane was early, but I knew it was coming early, so hey, thanks so much, Lisa Valenzuela. So I drove to the airport to make sure that I was on time, and then I walked down to the carousel that she was going to, or cell, whatever the hell you pronounce it, where she was going to pick up her luggage. And I saw her over there. She was asking somebody, "Hey, can I rent one of these carts?" And I was right. By that time I was right behind her, and I said, "No, you can't do that." Then she turned and looked at me, and then she looked the other direction again, and then she went, "Whoa!" And then she that was hilarious. Oh, shit. And then she smiled the whole way to the car. Yeah. Oh, wait, she couldn't have, because I'm so mean. That's right. That's right. Never mind. The whole story was fake, everybody. Yeah. Thanks, Lisa Valenzuela. We're at 66%. Can we do it, you guys? We got 14 more minutes. 14 minutes. There's Shauna K. I guess it doesn't have that. That's kind of why StreamYards has a better chat sharing feature. Oh, look at that. That's Peter K. Me. 68.2%. If we get to the 1,000, we're going to do an extra 500. All right, so currently we're getting up there. I think we need to give some money to RAIN tonight again, violence against women. And then maybe also, well, if we get to that number, I'll be able to, okay, we have already done 1,500, so that would mean 3,000 more. So that would be, I'd probably give 2,000 to our DNA fund, and then 500 to two different, or maybe we could just do 1,000 to like RAIN or something, you know, like a big chunk. Or we could do, I don't know, I guess we could have a, I don't know, like do 2 on one poll, 2 on another, and then have a competition between the 2 winners of the poll. All right, 70%. Not bad, not bad. Got a little flow going now. We're almost keeping up with the time on the clock. Thanks, K-Me, Harley Rider, Georgina Stoliker, and don't forget, Peter. Yeah, so what I'll do is do something like, maybe we'll do Black and Missing and Texas Equisearch, and then do one like Rain and Knickknack, or like maybe do Knickknack and something like that. I don't know. Hey, thanks,
Chewbacca?
Ginger.
I'll do Chewbacca if you want me to.
On PayPal. Yep, 70%. 70%. Not too bad, not too bad, but still, I mean, normal nights we easily get to there, and then we kind of get into like 1,300 total, but I don't know, it's a short month. Tax season was this month, but I'm still trying to get there. But yeah, Gavel Geek, we gotta, I don't know, I gotta make a video on it. I just feel, I don't know, man. You have to do videos that factually just destroy what somebody's doing, where they go, oh wow, and they realize how deceptive that creator was. Hey, thank you, Maud, Matilda H, and Jessica Schubach. We are now at 71.6. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, if they could get the... I think it's interesting that there's been no word on the validity of it. I thought it was kind of weird that that one reporter, the same reporter that put out the bogus flashlight video, Nick, that he was so quick to use this AI crap. But what I did, unlike any other YouTuber, and guess what? The video that I put out that showed how, debunked what Burris put out there, only has like 5,000 views, because nobody cares, They don't care about the real stuff. It's got to be flashy, and yeah. So he put out this video that said a police officer uploaded the image to a site, and look what it said, at 97%. And then I thought, wow, let me see if I can find a site that does that and try the same image to verify it. And I actually found the exact same one. And I uploaded the image, and yep, it said that same thing. Then I uploaded a picture of myself holding a bass that I caught like 14 years ago, before AI was even really a thing. That's not true, Gray. They've been building robots for years, you bastard. Okay, that's awesome, but you know what I'm talking about. The new AI, everything's AI. Right, so I put that in there, and guess what? 70% AI generated. Very likely not true. Then I took an image from Zozo's page, her and her friend, and I uploaded it in there. 90% AI. Well, that's bogus, right? Because, she knows that that's real. Like, she took the picture. Or, somebody else took the picture, but it's a real photograph, right? And then I just randomly on my video, I said, look at, let's just grab this one picture of Joe Biden. I put it in there, 90-something% AI. And then I realized, maybe this is accurate. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but I mean, it's totally a bogus program. Absolutely does not detect AI. Ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. But anyways, where are we at now? 73. Thank you very much, Amy Lemoyne. 73% we've got 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes. No, it said 70% fake, Angel. My bass fishing photograph that's been on my Facebook page for over 10 years. Yeah, so yeah, there was no AI. You couldn't even create it 10 years ago, fake like that. Thank you, M. Jordan Jarden. 74, but we're running out of time. If we want to get that extra 500, we're going to have to do it. There's 2 short videos of the surveillance video without the original high resolution video zooming in. There are 2 short videos of surveillance. What are you talking about? Alright. M. Jordan Jarden. I guess people just have to use common sense. Uh-oh, I hope I don't have to play this music here, you guys. That would suck. Well, what's going on, everybody? Let's go. Still got more to go. Thank you, just a friend. Thank you. I didn't even read your joke. Oh, you mean never. Gray's 100% real. Must have been the fish. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I knew you were joking around. I was just saying... Desiree gifted a membership. Thank you. Man, you guys, we're not going to do it, are we? Jeez, that's brutal.
I'll be back if you want me to.
Yeah, they're pretty happy. We had Blue meter out. He always pees with excitement. With her, never me though. Actually, I think he thinks of her as the boss, I believe. Oh, and by the way, in the I did. Forget. I'm not gonna say it. And thanks again, Desiree. But making progress in the Jonathan David Clark case that we've been covering. Meaning progress, just sort of, information being shared and, communication a little bit. Well, there's Paulette Leonard, got us up to 76%. What a random place to have a sighting up there. But it's kind of makes sense a little bit, kind of off the beaten path. I mean, who's going to be thinking about that up here? But somebody took a picture, I guess. Do any of the family members or anybody have any connection? Maybe we should extend this. Let's go to 7 o'clock. All right. Let's see if by 7 o'clock we can reach that goal. I feel like there's a possibility. All right. Thank you, Cheryl Bullock. I got some more Delphi documents that came out today, too. And we also have some Idaho 4 documents that came out. $78. All right. Alley Cake got us to 80%, you guys. We're getting up there. We're getting up there. I'm in my drop top. 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop. Is that from a song? Our meeting with the reporter tomorrow on... Yeah, isn't that the one that wanted to talk about it? Hopefully you bring up some of the stuff. Hey, give me a shout out in there, Kim. You know? Tell people to come watch Grant Hughes Investigates on there, okay? They can watch some of those videos. What do you think about that? Like help a brother out. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. All right, 16 more minutes. 80.6%. It's larger than the number on the screen. We're at 806.28. So, oh, there. That says 804. So, okay. Because I think my channel has helped get it out there a little bit. Like people were like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" And then now all of a sudden, the timing can't be accidental. That all of a sudden now there's reporters that are interested, and the law enforcement has reached out to various people too. So I guess that's good. Like kind of get the ball rolling. I got a real pretty little... Okay, Nikki Zoobs, that's great. But we got to get to the goal on here. We got 15 more minutes. I extended it a little bit because if we get to the total number, I'll donate an extra $500 to one of our charities. How are we going to make that happen, you guys? That's right. I mean, it's like there's lulls on donation night. That's crazy. I mean, when did that ever become a thing? Thanks, Alley Cake. Cheryl Bullock. All right. There we go. We should be around 83-ish. 83.1. There we go. Moving on up. We are 169 short now. Not too bad, not too bad. But I appreciate everybody helping support the channel. I know this month with the economy and this being tax month, that's sort of like a double whammy, That's right. I want to hear from Amber's mom or something. I mean, she's been in there. Man, I thought her surgery was at 7 something in the morning. All right, you guys, we're lolling out again. We've only got 13 more minutes. Can we do it? It's up to the freaks to get there. Let's see. Yeah, there's M. Jordan Jardine. All right, thank you. The dancing taco. That was awesome during the...
Get well, Amber Maiden.
What was that
Tulip.
trial that we did that? Yeah, well, we got 12 more minutes. 12 minutes. Or at 8:36, not 8:29. Ding 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 ding. Nah, we used it in the Jodi Arias, but it was that other one. We started using, you know, the dark hair girl. God. Remember that? She was the one that was trying to act crazy at trial. She killed her son. Stepson, I guess. Yeah, Letitia Stout. There you go. That was the one. Letitia Stout. That's when we started doing the doing that. Yeah. Oh man. Hey, welcome, Lindsay. Hey, Kim, if you're still here, let us know when the piece is going to be on the news. We can play it. Yeah, we already figured that out, that it was Letitia a long time ago. Alright, Ginger Keys got us up to 85% with 11 minutes to go. 11 minutes. We're only 144 short of an extra $500 making it out there. Ding 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 ding. And thank you, Ginger Keys. Also, thank you for your PayPal. We got another one here from Hey Gray. Sending super chat. I kept getting errors. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm not sure what you want me to call you. I'll just say Kedo. Thank you. And Lori Fisher. All right. Making our way. We're making our way. There's 10 minutes left. Tick. Come on, everybody, wake up. Yep. You know, it's pretty sad that the video surveillance in Clark's case, that's literally all that was recorded. I mean, and then all the rest of the video was not useful, but it was a motion activated event. Right when the car pulled up, they usually record for like 30 seconds or so, maybe 40, up to a minute. And then it stops, and sometimes they're set to start recording again like 30 seconds later if there's more movement. Yeah, everybody loves that train horn, but what we need, you guys, is to get to the goal that's on the screen there in the next 9 minutes, so that I can give out $4,500 this month, not $4,000. I don't know what that means. What's TikTok Gray? I don't have TikTok. Was Canny loud? I don't know what that means. Now I'm awake until midnight. Right? Sorry, Desiree. Sorry. That's my little. It's an actual semi-truck horn. We're at 86%. We're only 139 short. Okay, now it's going to be. I think that's, what is that, 7 something? We're 86.8%. Yeah, I mean, so this is what. Okay, so if you're new here. Oh my God, Caligal 3! Look at that. Do you do that on purpose, Caligal, every time? Okay, we hit it. All right, there we go.
For all you do, great.
And Inspiring Sobriety. That's an awesome name. And thanks again to Lindsay there, Caligal 3, who just went right over the top of the goal. Tiempo en gol, a las 2:30. That's how they do it on those soccer channels, you know? Like a 75-minute long goal on there. Hey, all right. Sebastian, Kim Clark. All right, so this is what this channel. So we started for the, you know, there's a lot of new people here, you know, the Clarks, anyways. But so about the year 2000, when there was the pandemic started, we had donated, you know, a couple thousand the year before or whatever. But we thought, you know what, we can do a lot of good if we just sort of, you know, like on a nightly basis, everybody, it helps support my channel. It makes it easy to survive doing it. But we could do a lot of good with a large portion of the income. I mean, I think I donated, you know, 33 or 34% of the entire gross income to the channel. Yeah.
Still a freak, always a freak.
Anyways, thanks everybody. Thank you. Yeah, so in our first year, it was so amazing. Well, at the end of the year, when we tallied it all up, we the channel, from the income from the channel, donated $22,000 to charity, and we thought, man, that's incredible. Who else is doing that? And then 2021, it went up to an astounding $42,500. I mean, you know, that's insane, right? Like, directly to charities, and that's about the time I think we started our DNA fund, maybe the beginning of that year, and got some cool cases. And then the next year, 2022, $62,250 out of the income from the channel, and there was huge cases. So I got a lot of ad revenue that came in, and, you know, super chats, everything was just flowing. And then 2023, last year, it wasn't as good, but it was still great. $57,350. And currently this year, after March, we are at $16,000. So that's about, you know, what is that? Well, not, some of that's this month. So we were at $14,500 after March. $1,500 of that, 16 is from this year. And so the total, though, is $195,600 since January 2020. So anyways, thank you guys. You are the people who actually make this possible, right? It allows me to make an income, but also, I mean, it's insane, right? The amount of you know, that we're giving as a channel because of you guys. So anyways, thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. So here we go. We're going to have to go do it. Oh, and by the way, when I donate to Identifinders, I don't get to use PayPal or a credit card or anything like that, because when you do that, it's through, let's see. So Identifinders International gets it, but we use Intermountain Forensics, which is a nonprofit, and their intermediary was charging us 6%. I mean, that's insane, right? We'd given like, you know, I guess $40,000 up until that point, and I didn't realize that really. And you think like $40,000, I mean, 10% of that's $4,000, so, you know, it's like 20, I guess that'd be like, you know, $2,400 or something like that. That's actually 3 cases that you could solve. I mean, it's pretty insane to give that kind of money away. So I'd have it go right out of my bank to the Intermountain Forensics, and then it's used by Identifinders. So it's not, I can't, all I can show you is that I processed it on the screen, but I can't prove it like the other ones until they send me my Excel spreadsheet that has the totals in it. All right, so, you know, you guys have been here, you know it's real, because Colleen Fitzpatrick comes on here, and she, you know, she doesn't go, hey Gray, you said you were going to send, you know, it's right there. What's daylight robbery, Angel? I don't know what that means. And then above she said, that's amazing, inspiring. Daylight robbery. What does that mean? I don't know if she just accidentally typed it in or what the hell she was doing, but I don't know if that was, I think that was an accident. Yeah, well, I explain it because I'll show it on the screen, but it's going to be it's scheduled to be paid. And you're more than welcome to call and ask, But we've given the DNA fund, I think, 80, we got to be like 86,000 or something at this point. I mean, it's pretty crazy. But that's giving people's names back. So, when you don't have you find a body and they can't identify it, those are a lot of the cases that we do. We try to give somebody their name back, and the family finally finds somebody. It's really pretty emotional. It's an amazing feeling. We did one 1961 hitchhiker named Daniel Armentrout, but before that he didn't have a name. And you can look up the articles if you want. Daniel Armentrout. And especially the one in the New York Post, which actually mentions us. But that was crazy. I think that cost $10,000 because the DNA was so degraded. They had to do special things, and finally got some DNA to work with. I had an FBI file from 1961, I think, that had talked about how he must have walked with a limp, etc. Different things that he had RY plus love scratched on his arm. He had, various things, an image of a girlfriend, all kinds of different things, but they could never figure out who he was. And the town took care of him like he was their own child. Flowers every year, people trying to figure out who he was for years and years and years. And so that was our first case with identifiers, and we finally, Misty Gillis, who was working there at the time, she was doing forensic genealogy and got a hold of somebody in Germany, I think, that was from the United States, and the person said, well, I don't think it's the person that you're talking about because they had polio. And it was like, boom, walked with a limp, right? Then she had that information because we gave it to her. Then that led to a person in Florida, and this happened in, I believe it was Bibb County, Alabama, if I'm remembering correctly. And then that led back to a brother in Florida, and then through that conversation, they knew that they had the right person, and they identified him as Daniel Armentrout. The brother came. All these ceremonies and service. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, I got to be on this big, huge panel. And what was awesome, what the sheriff said, everybody? He said, let's see, the sheriff told everybody. He said, well, first he goes, yeah, Gray Hughes must be an angel unaware. And I was like, okay, that we're crossing the line now. All right, we're crossing the line. And he said, but we also want to thank you to all you freaks out there. Boom! To all you freaks. I mean, that was amazing, Misty was really good in that interview. She made sure that we got credit, Because we don't get a lot of credit, as true crimers when we actually make a big difference in something. In fact, there isn't any other true crime YouTubers, whenever we do solve one of these cases, that gives two craps about saying, hey, have you guys seen the great work that they're doing over there? They're actually solving cases and making a difference. And they don't do that because they don't care. They're just there for that quick, hey, everybody, hey! Right. So there you go. Yeah, are you okay, 3S5K? You seem to be struggling tonight. You're saying a lot of really stupid things, okay? So just relax, all right? I hope we don't have to get rid of you, So, anyways, that's pretty cool, isn't it? We don't need any. We went past it, Sandy Shirley. If anybody still wants to help support the channel for the night, that's great. But I'm going to do... So let's do the polls over here for... Here we go. So how about I'll do Texas... Okay. Choose. Texas EquiSearch. Or... RAIN. And RAIN is violence against women. That's what they focus in on. Alright? So I'm going to do this poll here. That's the first one. There we go. Oh, it's 50-50. Oh, it's going back and forth. Ooh, look at that. Come on, everybody, vote, vote, vote. Vote, vote, vote. Man, this is like, it's dead even here. Okay. That's wild. Okay. Rain took over. When it gets to 100 votes, I'll stop it. So everybody vote. Hurry up. Got 238 people here. Vote, vote, vote. Really? That's just the way it is, isn't it? FARQ. It's crazy going on. All right, we're at 81 votes. Keep going, everybody. Keep going. Let's go, everybody. Keep voting. Keep voting. Yeah, they're both great. So, but, you know, we've given some to Texas EquuSearch lately. Let me ask you something. If Trump said to somebody, if you aren't black, or if you don't vote for me, you're not black, would you think that was racist? Like when he's talking to a black person? Yeah, don't make me do the auctioneer. We need 10 more. I mean, if Trump said that, would you go, oh my God, what a racist? Right, you sure would, right? But he didn't say that. Biden did. All right, anyways, what do we got here? 91%. 91 votes. Okay, we need 9 more, you guys. Come on, here we go. 9 more votes. All right. Yeah, exactly, Desiree. Yep. But people don't care, nor do they give a damn about that. Look at, we're at 93. We need 7 more votes. Here we go. Hold on. Hit the vote, hit the vote, hit the vote, hit the vote, hit the vote. 1, 20, 25, 30, vote, 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 40, 45, 50. Here's Baz B, Baz B, Baz B.
You want to put 30, sir? 25, you're out.
Come on,
30, 30, now 5, I'm 30.
And by the way, hit the damn like button at the same time, all right? I know it's kind of hard. You might have to use some of your dexterity acting alone.
I'm fired out of it.
Hey, thanks, wise child.
I'm better on 15. I'm better on 15, 20,
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
I'm fired on 30 and 30 and 30.
Oh, we got to 100. Okay.
30. You want to put 30, sir? 25 of them, you're out.
And
I'm on 25, I'm on 30, 30, now 5. I'm
Texas EquuSearch won. 53% to 46%. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, no. They didn't win yet. They didn't win yet. I got to do another poll. So that was Texas EquuSearch on that side of the bracket. Okay. That's right. That's right. All right. So now the other poll is. Okay, here we go. It's going to be Nick Mac versus. All right, vote. Here we go. Vote. Nick Mac or black and missing. There we go. All right, here we go. NCMEC is National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which is amazing, and Black and Missing, which is important as well because that's a real thing. Like when black people go missing, it wasn't helped at all last year by that idiot who made up the story. But the attention to it is much lower, so they need funds to get people to get out there and start helping. All right, so that is one of the things that organizations. That was such a horror. What was that girl's name? What a joke. Jesus. you know, it brought all this attention because it became a big case, and then it was fake. it was insane. All right, we're up to we got. All right. We got 64. We're at 61 votes. We need 39 more votes. Come on, everybody. Hit that vote, hit that vote, do whatever it takes. Hit the damn like button, hit the vote, hit the like button, hit the vote. Hit the like button, hit the vote. Hit the like button, hit the vote.
You want to put 30, sir? 25, then you're out. 25, 30, 30, now 5, I'm 35.
I like the auctioneer too. That guy is so amazing, that actual auctioneer. He's just insane. He's better than everybody else. 76 votes. We got to get to 100. All right, here we go. $78. This is for a charity. We're trying to pick one. I mean, if it's really close, like when we get to the final two, maybe we could do 500, 500, I guess. Yeah, I can do Cash App, sure. All right, what do we got? 88. Come on, you guys. Simple. There's 250 people watching. Just hit the freaking vote.
I'm fired out of it now.
Vote, 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 vote. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Hit that like button. 50, 60, 75, 80, 85, 90. Hit that like button. 100, 100.
You want to put 30, sir? 25, then you're out. I'm 25, 30, 30, now 5, I'm 35.
My internet keeps going out. I can't stay on longer grid. Hey, well, thanks, WNC Granny. How you doing, WNC Granny? 95. We need 5 more votes. Come on, you guys. You can do it. 97. 98.
Stupid is being nice.
You're an absolute moron.
There's mosquitoes the size of bald eagles in that dadgum swamp.
All right, 102. There we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In the poll, and it was Nick Mac. All right, so now we got one more here. Start a poll. Choose the charity. I would say if it's inside of 45 to 45% is the low, then we'll give money to both. All right. Choose the charity. Here we go. Texas, or I'll just to make it fair, I'll put Nick Mac at the top, and then Texas EquiSearch.
My internet keeps going out. I can't stand longer.
Thanks, Graham. Doing great. Oh, good. All right. Here we go. What man, I don't even understand 90% of what you type in 3S5K. Seriously. Is that JoJo? What does that mean? What does that mean even? Oh, look at this. Ooh. So Texas EquiSearch did pretty well in the other bracket, but NickMac is flying up there. Maybe that's because Sebastian Rogers is on people's mind. But Texas EquiSearch, by far, is the best search organization that there is in the United States. I don't give a damn who you want to pick. You know, Cajun Navy, whatever. I mean, Texas EquiSearch is the real deal. They get answers. They find, and Tim Miller himself is amazing because he's actually got confessions from actual killers because of who he is, the way he talks. He's amazing. All right, keep on going. We're at 74%. Maybe we'll let this one go to like 1. Once it gets to 100, I'll give it like 5 more minutes.
Fired out of it, 10 down,
Yeah,
15
down,
on,
20,
15,
25, 30,
15, 20,
50,
30, 30, and 30, 25, 30. You want to put 30, sir, 25, ma'am, you're out. I'm 25, 30, 30, now 5, I'm 35.
35, 40. Come on, you guys, vote. You have 246 people in here. Hit the vote button. Very simple. There's only 80 in there. Vote, vote, vote. Use your nose, use your toes, whatever it takes. Vote, 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 vote.
30 and 30 and 30, 25, 30. You want to put 30,
That has to be 45 on the low end.
25, 30, 30, now 5, I'm 35.
So yeah, well, what I was saying is if you're 45 on the low end, then both get 500. But if the low end does not get to 45, then it's 1,000 for the other side, the full 1,000, right? So right now it's currently not in that position. How come nobody's voting though? This is ridiculous. Hello? Hit the vote button, guys. Really simple. It's like being in class with children. You know, could you guys please mark the answer to your questions? Can you please hit the thing? It's really simple. Just gosh, Gray. Oh, look at that. 55, 45. We got 89 votes. I know it's like hard to get people. They're like, I don't know. I just want to. You know what it tells you is that likely there's 100 trolls watching. You know, which is the case. There's this group of people out there, you guys, that instead of like going out watching a football game or, you know, watching a movie or hanging out on a YouTube channel that they really enjoy, they spend their entire night watching my channel, waiting for something they can take out of context and play for other people. It's amazing. It's just like, what kind of a life is that? I'm glad I'm able to be your muse. Disgusting. Wow. All right, we're at 95 right now. Keep on going, you guys. 95, 95, 95. We're 96. So we got 96. Hit the vote. 96. We got the 96. It's starting to look like they're both going to get 500. Starting to look like they're both going to get 500. I know. Isn't that amazing, Zozo? I mean, just think about that for a minute. Like people that literally, they're watching, you know? Like Stacy's mom, for example. She's going, ooh, 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 what's he going to say? Ooh, that vile, ooh. I mean, what a disgusting person. Jesus. I actually know what the real name is now. Got a whole folder built up. It's amazing. She's going to be crying one day when she sees what the hell there is out there. Whew. Wow. Scary times, scary times. All right, so let me end the poll now. Here we go. Her and her band of wacko friends. All right, so guess what? We're sending 500 to both of them. Here we go. Let's get to the... All right, here we go. All right, I gotta hit this button over here, so hold on a second. I don't know if it auto-populates stuff or whatever, but... All right, so here it is, the screen right there. 500. And now I'm gonna hit the button, but you'll have to see it after I hit it, because I don't know if it goes to another screen where I have to sign in. Yep, there's the login screen. So there you go. Good move, good move. And Boom. That's so easy. That's how they all should be, just like that. Okay, so this just came up. Thanks for donating $500 to U.S. Texas Equisearch. Now you might say, oh, Gray, he printed off a screen. He printed a screen that looked just like it. Yeah, it said the same thing last month too. Of course, yeah, there is a different number down here, but he did the same thing last month. It was wild. And let's see, let me go down here. Come on, email, open up. Come on, email, open up. Unfortunately, I have to scroll down like here because the trolls actually look to see who I've emailed. I mean, they're that crazy psychos. So here it is. There it is. It came in from Texas Equisearch right there. And we'll open that one up. And look at that. You donated $500 to Texas Equisearch April 30th, 2024. There's that same number that was on the screen. I know, I know. Why do I have to verify it? Because I do. All right. There you go. So thanks, freaks. There's one. Can we get a boom? Boom! One down. Now we're moving to rain. Or was it, what was the other one? Was it Knick-Knack or rain? No, I can't even remember. I got to go up to the poll now. Hold on. No, it was, God dang it. What was the answer? What was the other one now? Shoot, my brain just completely malfunctioned. You guys have it, right? You know which one the other one was, right? Oh, there it was. Knick-Knack, not rain. Not Nick. It wasn't Knick-Knack. It was Knick-Knack, not rain. Man, I'm glad I double-checked that. Okay, here we go. Knick-Knack. National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Yeah, that look right there is a perfect image for that. There we go. All right, so I have to fill this crap out over here. I'm going to put in the comments section, you know, for what we should, I'm going to do it for Sebastian. So let's see, what should we put? You guys come up with what to type. I'll type it in. What do you type in for Sebastian? This is National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. I would say something like, not in memory, because he might be still out there, but what do you guys think? Come on, you guys. Come up with something. Come home soon. Yeah, in honor of. That's pretty good. Yeah. How about I'll put like in honor of Sebastian Rogers, and then we put like, and then I'll use one. You are loved and missed. Come home soon. There you go. All right. Because you can put a bunch in there. All right. Boom. Awesome. Okay. I guess I can still use PayPal again. And there we go. There we go. successful. So this is the screen that came back. You know, it says, thank you for making a difference. There's the number down there, 500 US one time. Let's see if there's a message on. I have to load up my email again down here. And if you're wondering why it's low, it's because the trolls actually look to see who I might be emailing. They're crazy people. So I don't know when this will come in here. Should show up any second now, though. Yep, there it is right there. See that? And thanks for your payment with PayPal. And down here it's $500, etc. Boom, boom, boom. To National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, right there. All right. Boom. All right, so that's 1,000. Now we're at 2,500 for the month so far. And now we're going to go to... I have to go to my bank. Alright, so... just to make sure that I don't put random crap on the screen, I'll just use this. Well, maybe I'll do the one where it's... no, not that one. This one. Maybe... oh, there's Blue sticking his head out over there. He's looking out. He hears something. Oh, she might be making something. Oh, look at that. He wants something to eat. Ah, he just walked away. Okay, I gotta sign into my bank and do all this crap. Alright. No, that's not it. Okay. So where is it? Intermountain Forensics. We did 2,000 last month. And we'll do the same this one. And then in the memo section I have to type in let's see, Identifinders International, Dr. Colleen Fitzpatrick. Alright, so here's the screen that pops up right here. Oh, I'll just switch screens, hold on. So it's right here, where there's 2,000, does everything look good? Intermountain Forensics. Let me make sure I have to hit the schedule payment button now. And there it is. You scheduled it, $2,000, delivered on the 8th, and it came out of my own account because we saved 6% doing that. Like for example, just now we saved $120 just by not using the service that they have. We go bypass it. So there you go, you guys. So that is, this month we did 4,500, which is pretty good. Not you know, not like last month. Last month was nutty. I haven't heard anything on Barry Murphy. So now let's update our numbers here now. Alright, so now on this one, wait, that's not what I was trying to do. Total. We are now at 18. Because it was already 1,500, we just did 3,000 more. This is 19 now, right? Yeah, we did 19,000. That's what we're at total. Then the grand total is 198,600. Oh man. Sometime next month we'll have a mid-month, as long as we're, you know, doing well or whatever. Maybe in the mid-month we'll hit that $200,000 number. Is that crazy? Man. $200,000 from the freaks to... Look at Blue. What's he doing? It looks like he's... Yeah. What do you think of that, Stacy's mom, huh? Good stuff, huh? Yeah. What a joke. Jesus. Her every waking moment, every day, is trying to figure out how to attack Gray Hughes. How can I... what else can I say on every channel that I go to try to attack him with false information? I just... disgusting. Probably looks exactly like that too. Just wow. Let's see. All right. Anyways, thank you guys for you know, amazing support on the channel, allowing us to do all this and allowing me to make an income and just sort of, you know, keep going. And I try to augment our numbers by making videos. This month I really didn't have a lot of videos to make, you know. That's the reality of it. The Sebastian Rogers case has almost no video possibilities. There's nothing going on in it. But that's when, what you can do though when you hate somebody is make a whole bunch of videos. Like, oh man, look at that light over there. That's Chris Proudfoot punching an airbag. Yeah. One man acting alone with dexterity. Okay, well, what are we doing now? Let's see. I do have... But anyway, I do want to say thank you guys very much. You guys are what allow us to do this. If it wasn't for you, I couldn't do this and keep doing the shows, and, you know, it's just, it's pretty freaking amazing, isn't it? And if you're still out there, Kim Clark, you know, good luck in that interview tomorrow. How long is it? Spot is it going to be? And Desiree, are you going to go with them, or? Well, thanks, Kami. Would you mind to show the exact location on the map, please, where Sebastian... Oh, yeah, I just showed it a second ago. It's right here. Up at Grandfather Mountain, up here. And then I was looking around. I had a pin over at this place here because it was a visitor center. But then I was just kind of looking around like this, and I go, oh, that's it right there. And then I went down to Street View. Let me see what happens if you click on that. Is that inside the building or just outside? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, so it's probably just right outside there. But anyways, if you go down to Street View right here, and that right there, that's this is exactly where Sebastian was standing, next to this pole right here and those rocks. Pretty crazy, huh? Yeah, for the news, yeah. Because about the story, Zozo. They're trying to get the story out. What do you mean? I don't get it. Are they interviewed for? Yeah, they're being interviewed for the. Oh, I thought you said why are they being? I don't know why. I thought they said that. We're supposed to meet with the reporter at 9:30. Yeah, a.m. Well, couldn't they made it 10:30, Kim? I mean, Jesus, who wants to get up? I know I'm not awake usually at that time. Today I was though. My wife called me at 7 in the morning, 7:30, and said, "Hey," and I go, "I'm still sleeping. What's going on?" She goes, "Oh, I thought it was 10:30 there." And then I woke up from that, and then I really, I had a hard time getting back to sleep after that. So I'm pretty tired. Yep, definitely being interviewed on the news. Right, I'm definitely not. Well, see, the thing is, I do my show normally, and I'm done with the show at 10. And then I have to like do stuff, read comments, do this and that and the other thing. Then it's like midnight. Then I go, get ready for bed, take a shower, whatever. And I get into bed and I watch TV for an hour because it's like that kind of winds me down. And you know what's weird? You guys ever do this? When you're watching, I think that would be a great thing for a comedian to pick up on, because that's the stuff people laugh at. You ever do the thing where you're watching a show and you're just absolutely nodding off like 95 times, but you keep leaving the show on for some unknown reason? You keep watching it with your eye, like it just sort of, like I see it, okay. And then you open up again, oh yeah, okay. And then you go back to sleep and you miss like 90% of, like you don't even see any of it. So you just start it all over the next day from wherever it was that you remembered. But it's just, it's so wild how we do that. Like 30 minutes of, and there's times where my wife's watching a movie, I come into the room and I sneak around and she's just sawing Z's. I mean, just totally out of it, right? And then I go over and I turn off the TV and she goes, "Oh, I'm still watching. You weren't watching shit. You were absolutely out of it. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Zozo. Everybody else seemed to get it. You're kind of lost. Let's see. I do the close my eyes during commercials until one time I don't wake up. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still watching. Yeah, no, you weren't. You were watching jack shit. You were completely out of it. Right, almost every single night. Yeah. And I go, "Chris, you weren't watching anymore." And then she goes, "Oh, okay, all right, you're right, okay." Yeah, they would probably have to word it more cleverly than I just did. I'm just saying, I think that's a funny thing that's really common, that you probably have to do like a skit and actually act it out. Oh, was that a good show? Revengeance? Awesome. No, she wasn't listening. She was sawing Z's, I said. Like she was literally just snoring and, out of it. She wasn't watching anything. But had just enough awareness that if you turned it off, she'd get angry. Right, exactly. They're only watching if you turn it off. Yeah. Hey, Jenna. Oh yeah, so I guess this is something in the Idaho 4 case here, some sort of a response to something. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're trying to get the DNA thrown out. Who cares? They've tried this 100 times. It's not going to be thrown out. They're going to have a hearing on it, and it's not going to do anything. Nothing's going to happen with it. The DNA is a tip. It's no different than a psychic, really. A psychic saying, hey, I think you might want to look into the Kobergers. Let me ask, what would the defense say if a psychic was the one in the Koberger case who said, you know, I think it's a guy named Brian Koberger. So they go check it out. They dig through the garbage can, and they find the father of the person who left the DNA at the crime scene. And then they go, oh my God. And then they, get a warrant, get Koberger's DNA and Brian Koberger's, and it's a 1-to-1 match. Now, what would the defense say at that point? Would they say, well, that's bogus. I mean, that's not scientific how that tip was. It's like, who cares how the tip was developed? It's a 1-to-1 match. Do you understand that? That's where it matters, not how the tip was developed. Oh, well, thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like we, and, you know, I said the other night when, when Ginger called in, I said that I don't want to have, share the case out there yet with a whole bunch of different YouTubers, because I know how irresponsibly they treat cases. I like the way it is right now is in a perfect little place where law enforcement seems to be a little bit more engaged. The news is starting to pick it up. And then after that, if people want to cover it, that's great. But it will turn into, if it's picked up by the wrong people, the conspiracy nutters, that they'll absolutely create a horrific situation for some of the main players in the case, and that's not necessarily fair, is it? Like, you know how this all works, right? Like, Ashley will be turned into the one of the villains, no matter what, even if she had nothing to do with it. That's what they'll do with it. So she could have something to do with it, but at this point, there isn't really any evidence that states that, right? So if there's certain groups out there that when they do that, it doesn't put any pressure on anybody. It just creates a miserable situation for everybody, where everybody clams up, nobody talks anymore, etc. And so I didn't say it would be a permanent thing. I just said right now I don't want to share that. And I was thinking, I would share it with other people, maybe even, a place like Web Sleuths, who, normally does, they're pretty biased in the Sebastian Rogers case. But, they're not a bad place if you're trying to get a story out, and you can be a guest on there and say it. And then also, maybe it's just some other people out there. But it's not I just didn't want, like, the first night we were covering it, to start saying, hey, everybody, yay! Because I wanted to have some level of normalcy until that day happens. Because as soon as, certain people get wind of that, you can forget it. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, an irresponsible YouTuber named Ikadmel took a clip that one of the trolls put out there, taken out of context, and posted it on his channel with 200,000 people, right? See, that's how irresponsible jackasses like that are. They are embarrassments to the true crime community, always putting out the rumor mill shit and not verifying a damn thing, all right? So that's just how they are. But you can go out and watch it and love it and do all that stuff, but you know what you're dealing with behind the scenes, okay? Right. Yep, that's exactly what happened, Jessica. Isn't that amazing? Let's see. And I sent him an email and I said, hey, dude, you took that out of context. Never heard a reply. That's the kind of man that guy is. Well, they already were, Zozo. I just told you they're communicating now. Didn't you hear me say that? He goes, oh, I had to put this out really quick. Oh my God, it's breaking news that this YouTuber, he wanted to keep it all for himself. Ah, Jesus. I know, but I just said that. Yeah, see, I just talked to somebody the other day. I think I was talking to Plato. I go, I think Zozo almost intentionally, it's hilarious. I mean, like literally 5 seconds, yeah, like literally 3 minutes prior, I said, yeah, law enforcement's communicating, they're doing this, they're doing that. Why is your mind blown, Jessica? That guy's always been like that. Yeah, he's always been like that. From day one. When you can't attack the evidence, you attack the process. Yeah, well, I got attacked because I said a sentence that was taken out of context. After that, I said, yeah, I'll have, I might bring on Joseph Scott Morgan because talk about it because we agreed that he could come on. He was going to come on my show at some point. I've been on with him twice on Court TV. And then I said, yeah, and then I'll share it with people. But I want to get all the information now together before it turns into a shit show. And I don't mean to use that word, but that's what you call it. Right. Yeah, he thinks he looks cool doing that. You know, he's the protector of the real, getting stuff out there. Yeah. It doesn't it doesn't affect me in terms of like it's just one of those bothersome things. You see somebody do something like that. It doesn't affect my world or anything like that. Probably lost a couple subs or whatever, but back up again. I'm 129,000, almost 100, and almost another 100 into that. Thanks, Nona617. The two who were chosen were good choices. Hey, yeah, good ones. Yeah, we've given Texas Equisearch well over 20,000 over the years. We've given Nick Mech well over 20,000, and Rain well over 20,000. The DNA Fund 80 something, and then there's another 50 or 60 that was given to other people. See, that's when I tune out when the bull crap starts. Right.
Chewbacca? I'll be Chewbacca if you want me to.
Many thanks, Grand Mods.
Alright, so here's the Idaho 4 thing that came out. It says, comes now the state of Idaho by and through the Latah County prosecuting attorney and submits the following initial response to the notice of defendant's supplemental response to state's alibi. At the outset of the state's incorporates by references as if fully set forth at this point those portions of the state's July 27, 2023 motion to compel notice of alibi. Alternatively, to bar certain evidence to the extent that it relates to the adequacy and timeliness of defendant alibi notice. The state respectfully submits that our defendant's supplemental alibi response continues to lack it does. It's a joke. Lack specifically required by Idaho Code 19519, which provides that the defense shall state the specific place or places at which the defendant claims to have been at the time of the alleged offense, and the names and addresses of witnesses upon whom he intends to rely to establish such alibi. Well, that's not coming, you guys. This isn't coming right here. The defendant's April 17th, 2024 submission. Remember the one where, hey, including the park over there, which is an impossibility given the timeline. The defendant's April 17th, 2024. By the way, I was on a live stream today. Just talking about, I saw that we were on the same page with the nonsensical crap going on in the Sebastian Rogers case. And while I was on the live stream, somehow the topic got switched to Idaho 4, and they're all like pro-Koberger people. It was like, Jesus. How in God's name did this happen? Everybody was like on my side. Everything was great, you know. Things were going well, and then it went, wah, 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 you know, like that. It was just... It was crazy. Defendant's April 17th submission minimally adds to the alibi. So it just barely adds to it. Notice dated July 24th, 2023. The defendant states that he was driving around during the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022, and drove throughout the area of south of Pullman, Washington, west of Moscow. You see how weird that is? They're saying that because that's sort of the blank spot, because Koberger turned his phone off while he was in the other spots. The defendant states that he was driving around during the early morning hours of November 13, 2022, and drove throughout the area south of Pullman, Washington, west of Moscow, Idaho. Hey, look at that. Cindy got here. She was watching another channel for hours and hours. Thanks for coming here, though. The defendant states that he was driving around during the early morning hours of November 13, 2022, and drove throughout the area of south of Pullman, Washington, west of Moscow, Idaho, including Wawawe Park. So they're trying to claim he was there, but he could not have been there. With the exception of the reference to Wawawe Park, which is new, the defendant is offering nothing new to his initial alibi, but he was simply driving around during the morning hours of November 13th. As the state noted during the August 2023 hearing, the state is aware that the defendant was driving around rural areas of Whitman County. Right, they know that. They know that already. Oh, come on, Cindy. You haven't been here. And Latah County, Idaho, during the early morning hours of November 13, 2022. In fact, the defendant travels during that time are described in the original probable... This is so beautiful. You know what they said today? Hey, you guys, have you seen the new documents, Gray? You aren't going to be pleased. This is perfect right here. Look how awesome this is. As the state noted during the August 2023 hearing, the state is aware that the defendant was driving around rural areas of Whitman County. Yeah, let's actually take a look at where that is on the... This is great. Man, this is awesome. I don't need to type it in. I know where it is. So this would be WA underscore WH. How's it? WH. Oh, there it is. Whitman. That's exactly what I thought, man. Exactly what I thought. Unbelievable. There we go. Watch this. This is so awesome. We're aware that he was driving around in that county. Look at it. Right. They know that because he came across right here. See, look at this. Let's make that a different color so it stands out. Hold on. This is beautiful. God, this is awesome. I thought those guys said it was something bad. Good Lord. Bunch of dummies. I'm talking about the people that were in the chat. The people that I was talking to were pretty cool. I like them. Look at this, though. That is absolutely amazing. And in fact, the park is even in that. But so somewhere in this entire county, they said, yeah, we're aware that he was in there. Because look, after he cuts across, he drives into the county. Then he goes up here, and he's in the county the whole time. So they're aware that he's in this county here. They're aware of that. I mean, look how awesome that is. So let me read that part again. The defendant states that he was driving around during the early morning hours of November 13th and drove throughout the area south of Pullman, Washington, west of Moscow. Right, because that's actually that county. Including the Wawawe Park, with the exception of the reference of Wawawe Park. which is new. Now, the only thing that pings near in this area is the one ping near Johnson, or not Johnson, Blaine, Idaho here. There's one ping. So that means there's one over here, but all the rest of the pinging and stuff indicated the vehicle was in this county. But this one over here shows that he drove down Highway 95 to get there. Well, all Zozo, again, all these circles right here, don't you remember me doing that, where these circles are all indicating cell towers? Yeah. Oh, man. Jeez. I know you do it on purpose. You got to do it. Let's see. The defendant states that he was driving around during the early morning hours of November 13th and drove throughout the area of South Pullman, Washington, west of Moscow, Idaho, including Wawawe Park. With the exception of the reference of Wawawe Park, the defendant is offering nothing new to his initial alibi, that he was simply driving around during the morning hours of November 13, 2022, as the state noted during the August 23 hearing. The state is aware that the defendant was driving around rural areas of Whitman County. See, I just showed you that, the Whitman County area, Washington, and Latah County, Idaho. Okay, now that's the other county on the right. That's the Blaine ping during the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022. Now, they're probably not going to concede to, they're going to say that's an errant ping in Latah County because they can't have their vehicle being directly below Moscow, Idaho. They're going to focus in on trying to make that ping. The tower, it's a 3-mile radius of the tower, as I've explained. As the defendant referenced to potential testimony about the location of defendant's cell phone on the morning of November 13th, 2022, this information does not rise to the level of an alibi at the time of the homicides because the defendant's cell phone stopped reporting. And you know what's amazing about this, you guys? Remember in that last hearing how she said, or the document, she said, if we had it was the threat at the end. If we have more of the cast information, we could be more of assistance of where he was. Okay. Well, doesn't he know where he was? Or are you trying to tailor your alibi to the cast information? I think that's why there's a little bit of a delay here by the prosecution, because they want to get the answer from him first before they provide the cast information showing where that vehicle was, because they're going to use the cast information to tailor where Brian Koberger was to fit that information, right? Does that make sense? Oh yeah. Couldn't get a word in. It was an attack on. What are you talking about, Sandy? No, that channel's just a pile of crap. What are you doing over there, man? Come on, you guys. Jesus, haven't you guys ever figured any of this stuff out yet? I hope BK never asked. That's the one that attacked one of our own moderators in here. Endlessly. He used her like it was just, come on. And thanks, Cindy. I think that's exactly what's going on. Don't you agree with that? That they in that last hearing, or not hearing, the last document, they said that, we're going to say that you hid exculpatory information from us, and unless you provide us with the cast information. That's because they're not going to tell you where he was, because if they say where he was and it doesn't match the cast information, then you can prove that that was a lie. So they want that first to tailor their alibi to that. So currently they have this general sort of, in this area, etc. I don't know when you say he couldn't get an word on edgewise to who, though. What are you talking about? Why are you watching that show though regarding Trisha's podcast though? Is what I'm wondering. Right, it was Trisha. It was on Web Sleuth like a week ago. So why are you watching that on that other channel? On that specific one, the guy that literally like conned one of our moderators in here. She's the Web Sleuth, Trisha from Web Sleuth. Yeah, the cast data. Yeah, it really is. It's just, man, anytime I see people doing that, I just get really... All right, but he trashes the Proudfoots too, though, Sandy. So I'm not sure why you're watching that stuff. Got to be a little bit more discerning than that. Web Sleuth doesn't like the Proudfoots either. I think there are people that are starting to change. There are people that are starting to change up a little bit. But yeah, man, that's like watching an enemy of one of our moderators. That's not good. A horrendous person, actually. A serial plagiarist. Like literally reads complete podcasts from other people and plays them off as his own. It's crazy. Right. Yeah, I watch it again. It's just... it's wild. It's okay though, Sandy. Don't worry about it. I'm just saying, it's just, wow, that's the name. It just brought flashbacks, you know? And that PI is not good. Okay, she is a little over her skis there. Thank you, sjabweather22. Hi, Gray. Thanks. Thank you for your honest and fact-based coverage of this case. So refreshing to see on YouTube. Well, thank you. I mean, I think that what I just came up with right there is exactly what's going on here. The location of defendant's cell phone at times other than the time... All right, let's see. This is interesting here. As to the defendant, Koberger, reference to potential testimony about the location of defendant's cell phone on the morning of November 13th, 2022, this information does not rise to the level of an alibi at the time of the homicide because the defendant's cell phone stopped reporting to the cellular network before the homicides and continued to not report until after the homicides. That's so perfect. The location of defendant's cell phone at times other than the time of the homicide is not proof or relevant. Let's see, let me read that again. The location of defendant's cell phone other than the times of the homicides is not proof of or relevant to the defendant's specific location at the time of the homicide. Well, that's totally makes sense, doesn't it? It's amazing. That makes complete sense.
Thank you
Yeah.
for your honest and
Right.
fact-based coverage of this case.
He's driving around.
To see on YouTube.
Well, thank you. He's driving around, at 448 and on in those other areas. But during the time of the homicides, where was he? Where was he between, for example, 247 and 448? Can you tell us where he was then? And they're not being specific. Is the state's position that the defendant continued failure to adequately comply with the Idaho Code does not trigger a response under Idaho Code, giving codes here. If the court deems the defendant's supplemental response to be in compliance with the requirements of Idaho Code 19519, the state requests additional time pursuant to Idaho Code 19519 to prepare a list of witnesses to establish the defendant's presence at the scene of the homicides. As to witnesses, to rebut a claim. Wow, what do they got here? a list of witnesses to establish the defendants present at the scene. So that would be the DNA and other stuff. I mean, that's pretty crazy, right? As to witnesses to rebut a claim of alibi, the defendant's failure to adequately comply with the Idaho Code 19519 means the state does not know what specific assertions it needs to rebut. And they're not going to give you that information until they see the CAS data. If the court allows the defense to offer further witnesses or information regarding alibi, which the state opposes, as described below, and bring it into compliance with the must be the alibi code, the state will then respond accordingly pursuant to Idaho Code 519. It has now been approximately 11 months since the state filed its request for discovery disclosure alibi demand on May 23, 2023, and almost a year and a half after the homicides occurred. The defendant has been given more time than he is legally entitled in order to provide his alibi. The state is substantially prejudiced and compromised in its ability to investigate and respond to new additional alibi-related disclosures. As the Idaho Court of Appeals noted in State v. Juarez, the state has a legitimate interest in obtaining timely and complete discovery response from the defendant. The state respectfully submits that we essentially remain in the same position as in July and August. Yeah, because he didn't say anything other than that park. As the state further, and they didn't say what time he was at that park, right? Like, why don't they say what time, where he was at specific times? Because he knows, right? He was driving around. He was. Man, I'm absolutely looking forward to that one. Based on the above, the state respectfully requests that the court enter an order denying the defendant any further opportunity to add any purported claims of alibi and preclude testimony by anyone other than the defendant as to the defendant's absence from a... Now, so that what they're saying is he's going to have to testify. Right? Oh, that's great. Man, I don't know about this judge, though. He's pretty wimpy. He's just... Is this one? Yeah, it's Koberger. There's another one that came out. In the District Court of the 2nd Judicial District Court of State of Idaho, they're trying to say, notice of hereby given that Brian Koberger, through his attorneys of record, will call on for hearing the defendant's 5th motion to compel in the above entitled matters, 5/14/2024 at 1:30 p.m. The defense will call on for a hearing of the IGG portion of their 5th motion to compel in the above entitled matter, 5/16 at 3 p.m. So that's going to be on May 16th, 2024 at 3 p.m. That would be an interesting one. I might be able to do it on here if the Delphi case is postponed, which it sort of feels like it might be. I don't know. It's hard to say. Well, how's everybody doing? You guys look absolutely bored out of your minds. Bored stiff is a word used often. Yeah. I know. I thought that was really interesting right there. I mean, I think that is freaking amazing, that document right there. So good job, Bill Thomas or Thompson, whatever the hell your last name is. Idaho. I'll just put it in here, I guess. Forget it. Don't worry about it, Lillian. I don't want to keep talking about that channel, okay? Does it really matter? You know, Trisha from Web Sleuths was, you know, I like her, but she was very disappointing when she had the Proudfoots on. She was very biased. She, you know, she was the one that lit the embers of discontent on that show that spread like wildfire in the chat and on all the other guests, and put Chris Proudfoot in a very, very uncomfortable and position where anybody with a brain would have been angry. Okay, it sucked, and it was not good. And you know, I don't think she was awful. I mean, she was deleting all the mean, as many shitty comments as possible, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. You know, she's the one that said, you know, I am biased. You know, it's the way he talks to people. But the problem is the way he talked was exactly how you would talk. Oh, they're just going over there, but they shouldn't be watching that channel, right? It's 8675309. Yeah, she was on another channel. Yeah, we don't want that channel's absolutely godforsaken, so don't ever bring it up in here again. And it's not just me, it's like I'm supporting one of our beloved mods in here, who, that guy was an absolute monster. He's not yeah, there's a lot. Isn't that weird, you guys? See, it's the content. Here it is, everybody. Listen to this. Listen how crazy this is. There's no information in the Sebastian Rogers case. There's nothing new. So what you do is you have Chris Rogers come on the show, and Seth, where it's World Wrestling #2, and everybody's arguing and yelling, and then you start blaming it on the same person who's been the scapegoat for everybody's sick fantasies throughout this whole case, and it's Chris Proudfoot. Oh, he's a monster, he's a monster, he's a monster. Then when that show's over, guess what happens? 72 other YouTubers out there they play the same interview on their channel and critique it. And guess what? I'm in that video. So whenever my portion comes up, that's when these creators go, oh, there's that gray guy. What a jackass. He was defending the Proudfoots. Ah. And then I lose subs, but I don't care. You know, like, losing people for that reason is totally worth it for me. So anyways, that gets brought up, and I did my video because I was on there. I just talked about it with you guys on a live stream, and then it, that was it. I didn't play it again. I didn't. But look at all the content that one interview created and views that people got from it on the side, but it's not even related to anything. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? They'll be clipping up and dissecting that interview for weeks. Yes, yeah, they will be. Oh, what about when he said this? Ooh! He said nothing wrong on that entire interview. It was just a guy upset because there's a bunch of wackos in a chat, and the hosts made it very uncomfortable for him, along with the PIs, who, I think, what a disgrace. Like, if you're a PI, is that what you're supposed to be doing? Jesus, unbelievable. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. It's like a cycle. 8675309. Yeah, alright, let's see. If you weren't on that night with them, I would have thought that was staged. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why did it matter that I was on there? I don't get it. Yeah, it got hundreds of thousands of views, right? Right. It's crazy. Oh yeah, it's just going to go on and on and on. There's still, you know, every day. I wasn't part of it. Was I, Cindy? I just talked like a normal person for a little bit and got the hell out of there. That was it. I think I gave a voice to the people who see exactly what's going on. Nothing was said of value. They didn't care about getting anything of value. Even when they were asking questions, the questions themselves were implying guilt of some sort. You know, like, all right, now tell me where exactly you were at the time. Okay, how come? You know, like, you see, that's what I'm saying. It implies something. Mm-hmm. What do you mean, well, you wouldn't be a part of that? Yeah, I wasn't part of that. I actually saw what was going on and was so disturbed by it that I thought, you know what? I asked her, hey, do you mind if I come on and add some context to this? Then I came on, said what I wanted to say, to put out some reality into the situation, and that was it. You know, you don't have any more to add, or, you know. I mean, it sucked for me. It didn't help my channel out whatsoever. But sometimes, you know, things are more important. Well, but yeah, I mean, she did good at removing comments, 8675339. But you have to admit that her behavior was also biased, creating the situation. Right? So, what do you mean I mean the freaks were? Yeah, the thing is we even talked about it. You know, what was the one thing? Oh yeah, how about this one right here? Watch this one. When Seth said, look, I want to find him. I'm his dad. And Trisha said, you mean stepdad? That's a little weird, right? Like, you know, why can't he say he's a dad? You know, that immediately puts him in a different category. Now he's not the good person. You're the stepdad, evil stepdad, and you are the dad over there. And that was the moment, like right at that time, you know, it was kind of in there where everything started to change, and it was like everybody thought, okay, we can pile on now because we've just delineated it. He's some... No, she wasn't. Come on, don't make excuses. Come on, let's not pretend. I mean, nobody would. There's no reason to do that. Okay. You know, he says, I'm his dad, and she could have said, yeah, you're one of his dads. That would have been fine. Right? Everybody knows exactly what the situation is. She wanted to... I know what you're saying, because Seth comes on later, and he's the bio dad. It's just you know how it was. That was totally bogus. Especially when you watch it again. She said it with anger. You know, she was kind of like wanted to get him on it. You know, I know what you're trying to do. It's not going to work. I can't do it. I mean, it was obvious because she said it with, you know. I don't know. I mean, it was disappointing. I mean, I liked Trisha. It was just kind of a disappointing moment because it really, her behavior just turned that into a absolute... I mean, they tried to get rid of the comments and everything, but the comments wouldn't be there if it wasn't a biased represent. He was all by himself with 4 people against him. Poor him. He should be able to... screw you. God. My God, everybody. Just... Right, I know. That's what I always say, Zozo. If he's so great, why didn't he have custody? Yeah. I mean, who's been paying for everything for all those years? The stepdad. He's the one that buys the clothes, the food, takes him to school. He's been doing all that. The guy that put the sperm... What does that even mean, Cindy? You always just say the most ridiculous things sometimes. I know that you have a big, you love Seth and you hate the Proudfoots, and you thought it was a great statement and everything like that, but you always come up with the most ludicrous comments. Okay, stepdads are dads too. My stepkids call me dad every single day. Should I correct them and say, hey, I'm not really your dad, I'm your stepdad. Get that straight, you bastards. Should I do that? Or when I'm out, should I... You guys actually got on my ass one time when I said, hey, I took my stepkid. They go, oh, just call her your kid, Gray. You remember that one? Yeah. Yeah, so I just say I'm his dad. I don't say, well, I'm his stepdad, okay? Because I don't want you to get that confused with something. You're crazy. You're crazy, Cindy. All right, anyways, let's go do the, let's see. So this is some Delphi stuff that came out today. Let's see what's in this one. Now, it doesn't matter, Cindy. Let me just tell you this, Cindy. You're wrong, okay? It's not a opinion thing. You're absolutely just wrong in this one. You can be a dad, and you don't have to refer to him as a step. I call my dad, Dad. He's the only real dad I've ever had, and he's my stepdad technically on paper, but I don't call him that. He's my dad. He's been great. He's helped us get through all, our schooling and everything. He's supported our family the whole time. He's been amazing, all right? So I think it's really disrespectful when people say, no, you got to refer him to as a stepdad because he would, it sucks. It's embarrassing. See how mean Gray is to his subs. It doesn't mean that's not different life experiences, Cindy. It's not different life experiences. Stepdads are dads too. They don't have to refer to themselves as stepdads. Just because you didn't have one doesn't make it right for them. All right, anyways, let's go through, let's see what this one is here. This is from Francis Goal to Brad Rosie. This is April 30th right here. Let's see. I just did another driving lesson today. The other day was it was a scary moment the other day. It was kind of like let's see, what was it? There's this really well, what? Let me see if I can find it on a map. I'll show you this thing. It'd be funny just to see it. We almost got hit twice in like 30 seconds. I mean, it was like. Let me see, where the hell is this thing? Where am I on here? Let's say, no, not there. Oh yeah, so it's going to be over here. That's probably Wilson High School. Yeah, I think it's right here. Yeah, there it is. Let's see. Yeah. So he lives right in this area here, right? And look at, right there, you see how there's this little, let me show you what it looks like in person. It kind of sucks. I mean, it's like a shitty thing on the road. But if you're right here, and let's say you're in that lane, you got to go across traffic, and then there's this really narrow, small, look at this stupid, like it's just this tiny little place. So you might have a car there, and then one has to be here, and then you're sort of stuck here and then these cars coming right there. See that car when they're coming this way? You have to wait for him. So anyways, he, let's see. He went, I'll just go up in the air again. Yeah, so he pulls up and he is, I can go right there. There we go. He's right there where this car is. And when he pulls up here, he doesn't even look left. There's cars coming right here. He doesn't even look left. He just gets right here and just starts turning like this guy. But he made it only about halfway, and these cars are like, just honking his horn, right? And then when he's right here, and then what he did was he backed up immediately without looking behind him. And there was a car like right where this one was. And he went straight back, and he almost smashed into this car over here. It was hilarious. I was like, whoa, Jesus. Oh my God. You know, it was hilarious. I mean, it was funny later. I go, you know, you almost got hit twice in 1 second. Yeah. So I've been having him do all these crazy routes. Like we drive up here, like way up in here, like this. And let's see, what's the wild one up here? Yeah, that's Humphrey. That one? I don't think it works like that. That's crazy. I don't remember it looking like that. Oh yeah, no it is. Yeah, it is. It's down at the other end. So I have him come up here, yeah, right there, drive up and turn onto this road. Look at this thing. Watch this. I mean, it's all over the place. It's like a freaking maze up in here. Look at this. And so he's able to do it now. He was struggling before, but it was kind of the wrong place to do this because there's literally cliffs in certain portions of this. Like right around in some of these areas, you can your car can go like 150 feet straight down a cliff. So anyways, we just kind of do these loops and try to practice. His turning would be too wide. You know, when he goes around a turn, he sort of goes straight through the intersection and start turning, and it's like, then you got a lot of centrifugal force going on at that point. Oh, then I'll tell you what, he immediately failed his test the other day. Let me show you what happened on that one. But we're working on it. So his problem was, you know, when the teacher says, okay, turn left, and he goes, and he just immediately turns, but there was more to the sentence. She was about to say, at the light up there. I don't know. That to me, that was pretty funny. But I think this is where the test is. Yeah, it's right here. And then he went out on the street here. We actually we went back out there again, right? We went right over here, and I think it's, you drive down like this. And I think you come through here, and it was right there, I think, right in this area. Yeah, this street right here. So the lady told him turn left at this light right here, but I'll just show you what happened. It's crazy. So he's right here driving, and you know, she said, okay, take a left at that next light up there, but he just heard turn left, so he went, and he just like turned or something into this parking lot or wherever the hell it was. Might have been this street over here, actually. Let me see. Let me go back. Yeah, it was this one right here. So what happened was, about in this area here, she said, okay, turn left at the light. So they give you plenty of time to figure something out, right? But he goes, and right when he heard left, he just turned really fast over here, right? So he's just turning, and she goes, no, the light. And then he goes, and then he swerved back this way and actually went down this lane for a little bit and then got back into the lane. I mean, oh, shit. I told him, I said, listen, if they tell you what to do, they're never going to tell you like right then. So when they tell you, just if you don't understand what they said too, just say, can you clarify that for me? Yeah, and by the way, right after that, she just had him drive back. There was no more test. So I did give him an extra $70. Yeah, we give him some money every month because his brother's he's out of town. And so I added $70 so he could take the test again. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, brake pedal install. Well, I think he's going to pass this next one. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. So I think he's doing a lot better. I think the teacher intimidates him a little bit. He got a 70 out of 70. He needed a 76. He got a 70 the first time. And then just an out and out fail on the second one because of that maneuver. But he's doing a lot better, I can tell you that. Really drives clearly, like smooth around. Starting to, I don't feel nervous anymore. Like I start looking at my phone and stuff. So, it's pretty good, right? Yeah, it's $70 for it's a private. Like the, what's crazy is the DMV. They have no appointments. They're all booked up forever. You know, so there's nothing available. So you can go to a private agency to take the test, and you know, if you pass, they give you a sheet, and then you bring it in and get your driver's license. You don't have to retake it again. Well, I have them driving in the city because I think that's hard. Highways is easy. Does that seem like a lot to you guys, or a little? I'm sure it's cheaper at the DMV, but yeah, we drove around. It was raining today. We've done it 2 days in a row when it was raining. It's not totally different, but you gotta be a little bit slower. And yep. Come on, you guys, become channel members out there if you're not a channel member. Although everybody in the chat is a channel member or a moderator. Look at that. You know what I think? I think the rest of them are actual trolls. So tonight we have 200 trolls. Welcome. Well, not every one of them. This year San Francisco got more rain than Seattle. Wow. Well, good. You need to clean up those streets. And you know what sucks is the Philippines, everybody over there has when they get work, they really work their asses off. They have an incredible work ethic. So my son, he works over at Albertsons, or as Cindy would call him, my stepson. Works over at Albertsons, and you know, he just works his ass off. But they keep hiring these people, and they show up like an hour late, and and they quit like 2 days, 5 days later. So he spends all this time training people, and then they take off, and he's just like, he's there all the time, etc. Yeah, my wife's from there. My wife came, I think, over here in 2007, and I met her in 2010. And she came over here on some kind of a work visa to try to help raise money to be able to give her kids a better life where they could go to school over there, right? And I met her in 2010, and I think we got married in, I think it was I know what date it was, but what year is it? 2013 or 14? I can't remember. But I've been trying to help out too those kids this whole time, all those years. So like one of them's 22, the other one's 24. Now they just learning to drive now, though. There's no driving etiquette in the Philippines. You just turn on the car and start going somewhere. It's crazy over there. So hey, thank you LW for upgrading. Yeah, she's home now. Yep, she just got back today at 2:30. She's sleeping right now because I guess over there currently it's probably like it's probably 11 in the morning now over there. Yeah, so we've always been supporting them so they can go to school while they were over there. I think all the way from when they were like, gosh, it feels like, since they were like 9, 10, 11, 12, something like that. And then we've been going through the immigration process where you have to file the papers. There was like this cutoff date, but then there was COVID and it shut everything down. And somehow, like at the last minute kind of thing, it all worked out, and they finally got approved. We've spent thousands of dollars. They came over here, and we got them an apartment, and they started working at Taco Bell and Albertsons. They actually pay pretty good over here, like $16, $17, $18 an hour. And so they got those jobs, and then they both switched over to Albertsons, which is a little bit better. And the one right now, one of the kids right now is learning computer work. He went back to finish that schooling that he was in, just like part-time over there. And then he just came back the other day for a little bit. And then my other son, we're trying to get him into the trade schools as a plumber in the trade school. So we're working on all the different things that give you a higher points when you sign up for it. Like if you have a driver's license, it's a point. If you have, for every 500 hours of work, it's a point that you're working at any other job, so that'd be 5 points if you had 2,500 hours. If you have letters of recommendation, you get points for that. He's got those. If he gets a CPR class, he gets a point. So we're just trying to get all of those, and then he gets into the apprentice program there, and he is set at that point. Now, once you get into that and you get through the apprentice program as like a plumber, you're making 47 an hour right out of the gate, and you can go anywhere. So I want him to just be like, boom, just ready to go, you know, just, he doesn't waste his years like I did. Working at freaking Nordstrom's in the stock room. What a joke. Jesus. I don't know if he's going to be in a union. He's going to be a plumber, you know. Or maybe they have a union. I don't know how they do that. Yeah, and also North Dakota, though, you can go over there and they'll put you in a trade school. Haven't you seen Kristi Noem's commercials? She's like, "Hey, come on over here." But I would just you could go there and use North Dakota to become a plumber and then get the hell out of Dodge. That's what I would do. Yeah, there's welding, plumbing, electrician are sort of the standard trades that we need a hell of a lot more of. But we tell every kid that they got to go to school and get a degree in advanced basket weaving. It's like the most ridiculous shit that will go nowhere. But there's a lot of people that would just have their lives so much better, probably keep them from doing really bad things if there was just the ability. Like we used to have a school here called Benson Tech, and it was for high school that was completely oriented for like mechanics, welding, all those different things, and they got rid of it because it just wasn't cool enough. Yeah. Telling every kid they have to go to college and that's how you make it is a joke. Really, it's unbelievable. Do you still have your... Oh, they all got broken. Olive juice. Yeah, they got broken. What does that have to do with anything, though? Kind of a weird comment, just sort of a strange, like just out of nowhere. Nobody was talking about anything related to that olive juice. Did you notice that? Like, there wasn't a soul talking about wooden spoons. We were talking about, maybe getting into the trades, something like that. Weird. I'd rather have my kid be a plumber than an electrician. Man, there's a lot of weird shit that can happen in that one. I'd rather have a big load of crap come out of a toilet and that be your worst day than a billion volts or shooting into your face because you clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, we knew that. I knew you were a troll right out of the gate, Olive. Yeah. So goodbye. All right. See you later. Have a good day. Come back another time. You maybe use a different name. You probably even use the word olive juice for the Scoutin' Dude. And by the way, Scoutin' Dude, I think, is out there on the road already, right? We should check in. Let's see what the hell he's doing. Let me call in really quick on the... I just want to see what the hell's been going on. He's got to be there. Or a broken scout. I don't know if I can ever get that one. Yeah, it's probably pretty late over there, though, isn't it? Like 11 something. No answer. He's probably still walking around. All right. Yeah, I know. 3 hours. Yeah, welding, electrician, plumbing. That's the shit. Yeah, that's how you do it, right there. All right, let me do this. Let me go through this one right here. Francis Gold. Good morning. I will answer your question as follows. The intent... What was the question now? I don't know. The intent is that the jury selection will take 3 days. Court will be in session in Allen County beginning at 8:30 a.m. and concluding when we conclude for the day. You have all been provided with the sub-panel list. So they're going to do the jury selection in Allen County, but then bust them in, right? I will forward you to under a separate email the seating charts for courtroom 1 and the strike sheets we'll be using for selection. The selected jurors will be sworn in upon selection in order to not speak or communicate with anyone about the case and to conduct no research on the case. They will further be ordered to return to Allen County Courthouse on Thursday morning with their luggage and personal effects, which will be searched by law enforcement officers to ensure they are bringing nothing electronic or illegal. Once that is complete, they will be transported to their hotels by my staff. The order I referenced above contemplates an invitation to the media to meet with me in the Carroll Circuit Courtroom Thursday afternoon so that they can take photographs of the empty courtroom and B-roll footage of the courtroom for their stories and broadcasts and to receive their press credentials. I wonder if I need to go to that. Well, right now they are until the defense says something. This case was set as a speedy trial at the request of the defendant for May 13th through the 31st. That is the length of trial, not more or less. When the order was issued, not one attorney notified the court that the length of the trial was insufficient. That's right, because they wanted more time now. In fact, it is consistent with the previously scheduled length in January of 2024. I intend to start court every morning by 9 a.m. and recess for the day at around 5 to 6 p.m. Court will be in session on Saturday, perhaps for the entire day if necessary. Court will be in recess on Sunday to allow the jurors and their parties to rest. Wow, so they're going to do Saturday. Jesus. I have tried death penalty and life without parole cases in this amount of time, all of them with multiple victims. I am unaware how many witnesses the prosecution intends to call, nor on how long their case will take to present. The defense is claiming it will take a couple of weeks to present its case. I am unsure what exactly the defense intends to present. I am quite familiar with the law regarding third-party perpetrators, and unless the defense can provide a nexus between any alleged third-party perpetrators and the charged crimes, those allegations are unsupported and will be inadmissible. Please be prepared to present your case timely, have your witnesses available quickly and promptly. I look with disfavor on counsel attempting to manipulate the presentation of evidence by timing witnesses poorly. That conduct will not be permitted. The jurors' time is valuable, especially since they are sequestered and away from their homes, families, and jobs. Please respect the sacrifice the juries are making. Judge Gould. Man, that sounds pretty reasonable to me, don't you think? Okay, now I think this is them saying, she's responding to this. So she said, on March 26th, Richard Allen filed a motion for early trial. The motion did not make any reference to the anticipated length of said trial. On March 7th, 2024, the court issued an order granting said request and said the matter for the jury trial between the dates of May 13th, 2024 and May 31st, 2024. The order was uploaded to the chronological case summary on March 11th, 2024. Between March 7th and April 25th, there was no communication from the court to the parties as to any matters associated with the procedural aspects of the jury trial. On April 25th, 2024, Attorney Rosie reached out to court via email to address housekeeping matters, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's just going to go on. The court further acknowledged that the court was unaware of how many witnesses the prosecution. Over the past several weeks, the parties have filed notices reflecting their... Let's just go to the bottom where it says... It is for these reasons that the defense requests a pretrial hearing to discuss scheduling issues associated with the trial. Secure the appropriate amount of trial time for defendant, Allen, to present a full and comprehensive defense and to address any other pretrial matters that may be necessary to ensure a just and speedy trial. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, so they're trying to get longer time. This is all from today, you know. Motion for relief of court of subpoena third-party records. After Richard Allen's arrest in October 2022, he was transported to the Indiana Department of Corrections for safekeeping. Who wrote this one? No, that's MacLeod. I don't want to go through all this. Let's see what this one is. Response to state's motion for perpetual request for hearing. Okay, so now they're responding to all those things. Oh wait, so is this the defense replying again? Yeah, Jesus, again. God, you gotta be kidding me. So now they're saying all these things. The state seeks to limit the defense from comments which constitute the personal opinion of defense counsel about any evidence, witness, outcome, or penalty. The state provides no specific facts or documentation supporting its request. Well, they're just saying in case it comes about. And just like when they told you we're going to do a gag order and you said, yeah, no worry, you don't have to worry about that. We can't trust you guys. The state seeks to limit the defense ability to conduct voir dire through the introduction of substantive issues, in this case, to the jury pool. The state provides no specific reference to what that means. Anyways, they're just arguing back all those points. Let's see what this other... Did they reply to that then? So this one is accused. Reply to the state's response to a motion to compel and sanctions and a request for the state of Indiana to be further sanctioned for providing false information. Man, I don't know, man. I just feel like they're going to, at the last minute, go, hey, we need to postpone this. The prosecution had never disclosed any of these documents to Mr. Allen. What is this? The evidence that the prosecution failed to retrieve for 4 months included the following: multiple interviews of Elvis Fields, interviews of Rod Abrams, interviews of Ned Smith. Well, right, because they were all determined to not be part of the case. That's why they don't want you to be able to talk about these. They've already been vetted. It's done. There were many exculpatory statements made by witnesses discovered in these interviews, including a key piece of evidence that connected Elvis Fields, Rod Abrams, and Ned Smith, all of whom resided in or near Rushville. Anyway, I don't even want to go through these. It's just, it goes on and on and on and on and on. Odinism, 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 Odinism. I think it was like Monday the 13th. I believe. Let's see what she said. I intend to start court every morning at 9 a.m. and recess for the day around 5 to 6. Court will be in session on Saturday, perhaps for the entire day if necessary.
When is jury selection supposed to start?
Court will be in session in Allen County beginning at 8:30 a.m. and concluding when we conclude for the day. That's for 3 days. The intent of the jury selection will take 3 days. Court will start at 8:30 in the morning. You have all been provided with a sub-panel list broken into morning and afternoon sessions. I will forward to you under separate email the seating charts for the courtroom, one, and the strike sheets we'll be using for selection. The selection jurors will be sworn in upon selection and ordered to not speak or communicate with anyone about the case. This case is set for trial at the request of the defendant for May 13th. So I'm not sure if, the 13th is part of this time up here. That is the length of the trial, not more or less. When the order was issued, let's see. I intend to start court every morning. Let's see. Perhaps for the entire time. I thought I saw the word Thursday in here. Yeah, right there. Where is that? They will further be ordered to return to the Allen County Courthouse on Thursday morning with their luggage. So let me go look at the map here. Pretty sure. So Thursday is the 16th, I think. Because it definitely isn't the 9th, and it's not the 23rd. So Thursday is the 16th. That means the trial starts the 13th voir dire, 14th voir dire, 15th voir dire. Then on the 16th, they return to the courthouse with their luggage and will be searched. Once that is complete, they will be transported to their hotels. And then it says they'll meet with the Carroll County Circuit Courtroom Thursday afternoon so that they can take photographs. Okay, so then Thursday is sort of a day. There isn't trial on Thursday, it sounds like. Contemplates an invitation to the media to meet with me in the... Okay. Alright, I'm going to see if I can... Alright. Anyways. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, well, I'm still trying to figure out, like, I don't know if I can go if I can't really get like a spot on a daily basis. I'm not just going to sit around, I guess it's possible I could wait in line every day, but I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. But man, I just have to go. That's the crazy part. The problem is a lot of the people that are the Odinist Delphi wackos, I wouldn't be able to stand in line peacefully because these guys are crazy people. I don't want to have anything I don't care about them. I don't want to talk with them. I'm not interested in knowing about them. I'm not interested in becoming your friend. I don't want to talk to you. You're irrelevant to me. I just want to see the trial. Right. I'm not going to wear the visor in the courtroom. Jesus. Man, Revenge, you're kind of... Yeah. All right. I was thinking of wearing the Groucho Marx thing. The glasses and all that. Remember that one time I went there and that wacko followed me down the trail? That's the brain that these people have. They can't just let, I don't think like you do, and you don't think like me. I don't respect your opinion, and you don't respect my opinion. Okay? I don't require you to respect my opinion on the case. Okay? You have to respect my right to have a different opinion than you. That's great, but you're not required to respect my opinion, just like I'm not required to respect your tunnel vision opinion. Anyways, all right, you guys. I think that's going to do it for me tonight. I want to say I appreciate everybody for your, support. And we got to the goal, and we were able to give out $4,500 this month from the income from the channel. Something that virtually no other channel can even talk about. And the trolls out there think it's, oh, Gray, they can do whatever they want. Then why don't you let me do whatever I want with mine? I want to do what I'm doing. So why don't you try to get on their asses for doing and make them do the same thing, and maybe we can get like 5 of me, and we'll be at $1 million helping people out. Wouldn't that be great? Right. I'm planning on. I've got tickets and everything. So a plane ticket. I've got hotel. Everything. I've had it for a long time. It's just a tip. All right. Anyways, thanks everybody. Thank you to. And by the way, I want to say thanks again to Plato and Zozo again for their awesome work on all the scholarships. We gave 2 out, 2 $3,000 scholarships to the students of their choice because they worked so hard, and it was awesome. 500 and something applications they went through. I don't know if he's going or not. So, anyways, thank you to Wiki76, Eugenie with a cat eye, Jolie, Wiki76, Alley Cake with a cat eye, Lori Fisher, Linda Howe is in Linda Mold and Howe, the cattle mutilations and crop circles. What does that mean, 900 plus? Don't know what that means. Oh, 900? I thought it was 500 plus. What are you talking about? She said it was like 580 or something. Crystal, a.k.a. Beaver Gaming Sub, Crystal, Cat Eye, Your Gypsy, K. Me, Olivia, Julie S., Michelle H., Candalee Woodward Stone, N.G., Pancakes, Viv Photography, Simply Me, Notorious Nance, Susan Pritchard, Cat Eye, Kim Clark, Matt is a Cut Snake, Lisa Mounts, Melissa Teal, Kit, She Sells Seashells, Fark You, Wiki76, Lane Doom, Gavel Geeks, Cat Eye, Quinta Huggins, Shar English Rose, Wendy Van Rokel, Green-Eyed Pie, Brooklyn, Oddball, Fark You Again, Simply Me. Man, I'm having a hard time keep saying that name. Kathy Friedenmaker, My Little Cutie with a cat eye. Then Shauna K with a double cat eye. Lisa Valenzuela, Peter K. Me, Harley Ryder, Georgina Stoliker, Maud, Matilda, Jessica Schubach, Amy Lemoyne, M. Jordan Jardin, Just a Friend, Desiree, Paulette Leonard, Cheryl Bullock, Alley Cake again, Cheryl Bullock, M. Jordan Jardin, then Lindsay, a new member, then Ginger Keys, Lori Fisher, Lindsay, then Caligal 3 came in and got us over the over the goal at a quadruple cat eye. Then Inspiring Sobriety, very cool name there, congratulations. And then a new member by them, then Kim Clark, 15 Lee, Eugenie, Wise Child, WNC Granny, Georgina Stoliker, Gifted 5, thank you so much, Nona 617, JP, Slab, or S Jab Weather 22, Slab, LW, new member, Deco Trash, and Lil Puppy Paws 99. Then over there on the PayPal side, after it loads up, we had, let's see, Lanky Tor. Well, thank you. Then also Casanova, thank you very much. Then Keto Queen. Let's see. Yeah, so it was Alex, thank you. Then trying to remember. Oh yeah, Miss Angels. Trying to remember the actual name, the YouTube name. Then WNC Granny, Lillian, Plato, not Play-Doh, but Plato. And Paulette Leonard, Marine Co. Ginger Mash, awesome Ginger Mash. And we also had Just a Friend, and Keto Queen, and Casanova. There you go. And thanks to this account right at the end there. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I appreciate you guys being here, and hope you at least were mildly entertained on the rest of the show tonight. Some interesting stuff there in the Koberger case. It's not even interesting to me at all that they want to have a hearing on the DNA. But what was more interesting was that Koberger, he still hasn't provided what's required to put forth an alibi, and it seems like they don't want to put the alibi out until they get the cast data so that their alibi can be tailored to that. But the prosecution wants them to just give us the alibi because Koberger knows where he was. And you know what? If it doesn't match, then, that means you're lying. But they want to have their cake and eat it too, the defense. So anyways, thanks everybody for being here. We'll see you guys later. And anyways, I really appreciate you guys for getting through the golden night again. And we'll see you guys tomorrow when we start May. All right? So thank you all very much for watching. As I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And a 1 and a 2. What? What do you need? What do you mean, wait? I want to go. I got to go. I got stuff to do. I don't know. So you're saying the Karen Reed case? What am I supposed to be doing, Zozo? You said wait, I'm sitting here now. What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, Jesus. I gotta go. Alright, see you guys. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, flag rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Grego's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temper fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. Alright, everybody? Talk to you later.
What the heck was that? Jesus.
Anyways, that's it. One lap around. But I gotta go, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know when our news story is coming out. Wasn't really, you know, I'll find out when it's going to be. You guys will get to see it. Don't worry about it. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you later. Be safe out there.